Rock's fate foreshadowed in episode 407 of Raising Kanan. And we have learned that Kanan will be the ultimate one to take Rock out.
Yep, and this is how we learned it, and this is what y'all missed. Right in front of your face. They put it in front of our face, been playing in our face. You know how Raising Canaan is. They playing in our face this whole entire time. Y'all missed it, and this is what y'all missed. And we're gonna let y'all know exactly what's going on. And Rock's fate was foreshadowed. Now, if we just turn it back to episode 407 so we can let people know what we're talking about. You know, Joyce Thomas, um, she met her timely demise. We call it timely because she asked her daughter after asking her two sons, Marvin and Lou. Both of them couldn't do it. Marvin said he couldn't do it. Lou said he won't do it, or Lou said he can as well. Marvin wouldn't. Lou can't. So Raquel, her oldest child and only daughter, came into the room at her mother's request and inserted her with the what's the that she had the code not codeine, morphine. I believe it's morphine.
Right.
And she gave her enough. She let her know that she has to get enough, a certain amount, so she can just go to sleep and be put out of her misery. So Rock, with tears in her eyes, uh, put her mother out of her misery. And at the same time, Raising Canaan showed us who is going to take out Rock. So let's explain that to them, who's going to take out Rock and how it's going to happen.
Well, the what we have to remember is the conversation that Rock has with her mother before she does what her mother asks her to do.
Right.
And after she does it, she injects her. The mother clearly says to her, they have their little moment. You're my only daughter. She says, You're my only mother. And
Mhm.
this is a very important point here. This had to happen, obviously, because the moment had to be this big. That's why they didn't have any of the other brothers take her out. Because she wouldn't have been able to say that to them. This is
Mhm.
her only daughter. But what the key thing that she says to her before, everything ends, she says to take care of your brothers and to take care of your son.
Right.
Now, there was her dying wishes that, as we learned as we go forward, that Rock is going to have to fulfill. She's not going to fulfill one of them, but she's going to
Mhm.
ultimately fulfill the last one, which is her son, Kanan.
Now, we all know Power, as far as Power and all the spinoffs, they always go back to parallels and they keep a lot of the same themes. They will repeat a theme. And one thing about the the major theme in Power is kids rarely get along with their parents. You know, there's
Yep.
in Ghost, in OG Power, in Raising Canaan, in Force, like the whole
Yep.
entire franchise, and
Exactly.
with here with Rock and Joyce Thomas. They
Yep.
really didn't have a good relationship, but now on her deathbed, they finally was able to make amends. Now she told her to take care of her son. Right now, Kanan and Rock are probably on the worst terms they've been on. Kanan does not trust Rock. He believes that Rock murdered his best friend. So he's pretty much out right now. He said that he was going to get the person who put down Famous. So if he thinks that Rock put down Famous, he has to come after Rock, from what I see. And what I for what we foreshadowed see and what they've been telling us and showing us is that Rock, I believe, at some point is going to take a bullet for Kanan. I believe that Rock is going to something's going to happen to Rock, and she's going to take a bullet, or d- defending Kanan, something's going to happen. Take a stab wound. They use guns on pretty
Yeah.
much on power. Stab wound, fatal stab wound, gun or whatever, protecting Kanan. And
You
I
notice how
believe
they always you notice how they always bring that point up that all she does is protect him. The reason why he's even living, she protects him.
right.
Stefano brought it up. The
Yep.
only reason why you're still breathing is your mother. you
Your
know,
mother loves you.
your mother loves you.
Thank
So,
God you have a mother that loves you.
right. So, with just to step back for a second. So, the first thing the mother said to her was, take care of your brothers. Now, it's been pretty much determined and predicted that one of these brothers, probably Marvin, is not going to see the end of season 4.
Right.
Um, based on hints and synopsis, descriptions for shows and episodes, we came to a conclusion, and we've probably talked about it in previous videos, that Marvin is going to be the one Thomas to not survive season 4.
Hmm.
Now, Rock is going to, that her and, speaking of, no pun intended, her and Marvin's relationship is rocky.
Yeah.
And I think Rock is going to take that to heart, because however it is that Marvin gets put down, Rock is going to feel responsible.
Right.
And she promised her mother she'd take care of her brother. So that's going to be one promise broken. Or,
Yep.
or at least she never said I promise, but
Right.
that was her mother's dying wish.
Listen, and she
So
would tell her
there's
to
going to be
take
one
care of
she
us too.
couldn't take care of, which is why whatever happens, she's going to make the decision to either push Kanan out of the way, take some sort of, you know, uh, fallout for Kanan, bullet, what have you. She will be mortally injured taking this bullet, and then Kanan, young Kanan, is going to be in a position where his mother is going to ask him to put her out her misery,
Never.
just as her mother asked her to do the same thing.
And this would, of course, bring, as I said, they like to do parallels in power. This will also bring you, if we remember back in Ghost, where Monet Tahada was not on good terms with her son,
Mm-hmm.
Cain, and she saved Cain from being killed. She saved him from a bullet. So,
Yeah.
and that would be, as we said, as it was found out in the original plan,
Right.
Cain, who's Canaan's son, according to the original plan,
Mm-hmm.
was saved by his mother, Monet Tahada, the same way how his grandmother saved her son, grandmother, which being Raquel Thomas,
Right.
saved his father, Canaan,
Right.
from a bullet. And like I said, that's going to be the parallel of power. you can check that out in the original plan. And
For
I
Kanan.
believe that's what's going to happen. That
I
is
mean for Cain.
foreshadowed. Uh,
Yeah.
Kane, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that would foreshadow what's going to happen to Raquel Thomas. She will be put out of her. She will ask her son to her only son, so then she can
Yeah.
say to him, "You're my only son," and he could say, "You're my only mother," or mother, as he would say.
My only mother. Right.
Right.
And so which kind of tracks because if we go all the way back to OG Power, episode 2, season 2, when Kanan gets out of jail, he comes to visit Ghost. And people have talked about this line millions of times because the question is always been, is Rock still alive? You know, is
Mhm.
she dead? What was the meaning behind Kanan stating to Ghost and Tommy that he went to see his mom's and then he came straight there to them?
Right.
And remember, his son, his other son, Sean, was the one that brought him there. So I mean, I guess it's safe to assume that Sean took him to see his mom's, quote unquote.
Right.
So it's easy to determine that, you know, Rock is dead, obviously. Kanan, who all of his childhood has been resentful with his mom's, but then, you know, she saved his life, asked him to put her down. He
Mhm.
does so and, you know, fulfills her wish and thus making amends with her before she dies. So him saying I went to see my mom's, it's probably meaning he probably went to visit her grave,
In her grave.
and then
Went to check my
he went to
mom's,
Ghost.
and then come right here. And that's what he meant by when he told Tommy and Ghost, "I went to see my mother, then I came right here." Right.
Yeah,
So that is how it was foreshadowed. That's how they put it right in front of our face. If you just look back at the parallels of power and compare this to the original plan
yeah,
with Canaan,
and
his
Kane.
son
Yeah,
Cain, and Monet Tejada, and Raquel Thomas, the connection. So if you have not seen the original plan, we'll leave it in the description and y'all can check it out. So
yeah.
that is how it was foreshadowed. Hope we cleared this all up. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the comment section.
All right, peace.